if you can't tell by this crazy outfit, it's Magical Readathon time! Right, Cooper? Are you excited for Magical Readathon too? So it is that time of year. It is, well, actually, it's a little later than that time of year. This year, Magical Readathon Autumn Equinox is going to take place in September, and I am here with my TBR. So I am, of course, just dressed as my character. Oh, Cooper stepped on the bench that my tripod is on. So I am dressed as Zindira Lightfoot, who is my elf character, and I'm just here to go over my TBR really quick for you guys so that if you're interested in what I'm reading for Magical Readathon, or if you have some of the same prompts and you're looking for books for them, maybe this can help you out. So this year at Aurelium, I am going for the class of Healer again. It's the same that I did last year. So I need an O in Elemental Studies, I need a Q in Alchemy, and I need a D in Restoration. So to get my O in Elemental Studies, I have to do the prompt Gust of Longing, and it is your favorite scent in the title, on the cover, or in the author's name of a book. And for me, I prefer really sweet scents. I'm definitely like a sweet scent kind of person. So my first option was going to be like a caramelly kind of scent. Like I was looking for the word caramel, and there are a couple, but I've already read them, and then a couple more that I wasn't really interested in at all. So for this, I went with something that I own. It is a Kindle book that I have, and it is called Venom and Vanilla by Shannon Meyer. It says, successful Seattle baker Alina Boudrein doesn't want to die, but when she's infected with a lethal virus spread by supernatural beings, her only chance for recovery is to make a deal with the devil, or in this case, a warlock. Though he saves her life, it looks nothing like the life she once knew, and neither does she. Alina is a new breed of soup no one has ever seen before. Even the supernatural police don't know what she is. Now exiled to the northern side of the wall, which marks the divide between humans and soups, Alina is thrust into a dark and magical new world. But just as she begins to adjust to all things supernatural, she realizes that her transformation is the least of her worries, and it was no accident. She was chosen to be killed by a Greek hero trying to make a name for himself once more. Alina was brought up to be subservient, preferring creating to fighting and vanilla and honey to blood. But that was then. Now, for survival, she must stand up for herself. And this time, she's got fangs. But will she be ready to use them? Interesting. It's from 2016. It's only 242 pages, so that makes it perfect. And it contains the word vanilla, which is one of my favorite scents and flavors. Next, I need to get an O in Alchemy, and that is Chemical Breakdown, and it's to read a book that will make you emotional. And for this one, I chose If I Stay by Gail Forman. This is an older book again. It's from 2009. And it's like kind of always been on my radar, but I've just never gotten around to reading it. And it sounds like it's emotional because basically your main character is Mia. She's a 17-year-old girl that was in an accident. And I believe the book is following her and like her thoughts and like going through her life or whatever, as she's kind of stuck between life and death. And I feel like that's a topic that can just be kind of very emotional. I might be 100% wrong on that, but that's the impression that I got through like the synopsis and what I've read about it before. So that's my choice for a book that will make you emotional. Next, I need to get a Q in Alchemy, and it is Component Reconstruction, and it's a book that was originally self-published and then eventually it got traditionally published. And in her announcement video, G gave an example for this of The Martian by Andy Weir, which is a book that I've always wanted to read. That is a book following an astronaut who got left on Mars when his team and like the ship that he came on left, and I guess how he survived or maybe did not survive. I'm not really sure, but it's something that I've always wanted to read and I just haven't had the chance to again. The other choice that I had for this was The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I actually started this book. Sorry, Cooper is chewing on my cloak. I actually started this book a while back and I just never finished it. So I am interested in continuing on with it. It is an African inspired fantasy, I believe. Or at the very least, it's a fantasy with African folklore elements. Let's just get through this because he is attacking my cloak. And next I need a D in Restoration, which means that I need to read 3 books. So for the O in Restoration, it is Night Dew, a book with a night sky on the cover. And for this one, I don't know how accurately this is a night sky on the cover, but I'm pretty sure the circle in it is a giant moon, so we're just gonna say that it's a night sky, and I'm gonna read Godkiller by Hannah Kaner. I know the minimum about this book, but I know that a lot of people have been reading it and loving it, so I'm excited to give it a try. For the Q, it is Dangerous Plants, and it is Poisonous Plants on the cover or in the title, and for this one, I am going to read Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is a YA fantasy. This book has been all around, and again, for the sake of making this quick, I'm not going to go into the synopsis. He is literally trying to destroy this. And for the D, I need quick action in crisis. Title has a verb, and my husband actually helped me pick this one out. He picked it for me because I was like struggling for some reason to think of a book with a verb in the title. And he picked me Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This is the only book that I actually own physically for this TBR. It says, witches if found are put to death, and watchers, immortal beings who take the shape of hawks to visit the human world, have been almost entirely forgotten. A vicious power struggle quickly escalates to war, and four young people collide against one another, and the rise of Elementia, the magic that can topple kingdoms and crown a ruler in the same day. In case you think Cooper is just always well-behaved and adorable, he's not. He's always lovey. I love him, but right now, he's driving me crazy. We need to brush your little snoot. Yeah, you need your face brushed. Will you let me brush your face? Will you let me brush your face after this? Huh? People are gonna think that we don't take care of you because you look homeless right now. You look homeless. Okay, so anyway, that is going to do it for this TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're planning to read for Magical Readathon, and I will be back soon with my regular TBR bakery, I think is the next video that's going to come out. So I'll see you there. Bye. Say bye.